My name is Sandz Tshefu. I am a filmmaker based in Khayelitsha, but originally from the Eastern Cape, King Williamstown. This one holiday, I went home, and my uncle, who I've called my dad for all my life because he raised me, he came home a little bit drunk, and he was like, he called me and my cousin to his room, and then he was like, "Okay, so what's happening? I hear that you're dating women. You're a lesbian." And they're like, "Hmm." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's true." And he was quite pissed off. Like, "Okay, stop this nonsense. It's not acceptable. And I've been looking at your clothes, all these boys' clothes that you're wearing. I'm banning all your clothes. You're gonna start wearing dresses and skirts like a girl." And to go to church the following day wearing a skirt, I felt so embarrassed. So embarrassed. I've never felt like that in my life. So after that happened, where I decided, no, listen, I can't compromise myself. I'm not going back home again. For me, it was like, that's when the separation between me and my family happened. And it's not a nice feeling. I'm like, you don't choose to be homosexual. And if you can change to save relationships with people close to you, you'd want to do it, but it's impossible. You can't. There's always been this thing that being homosexual is un-African. So I was like, okay, homosexual people can't have a calling. So I decided I would like to make a documentary about homosexual traditional healers. The film is called Ubizo Lwethu. It's about I follow this one lesbian woman who's got a calling to be a traditional healer. So she did everything. She graduated. I went up to Joburg to shoot her graduation. She's now a gogo. And during our interviews, I was like, okay, why are we making this film? Why do you think it's important that we make this film? She was like, I think it's important because people need to understand that you can be homosexual and be a traditional healer, and maybe try and educate people, especially other traditional healers that are heterosexual, because they get so judged and they're accused of many things. They're accused of making people homosexual, or sometimes even witchcraft. So we're trying to build awareness and like educate people that you can be homosexual, because spirituality and sexuality, what I always say, and what I want to come out from the film, they're two different things. You can be homosexual and have a calling. Your spiritual life has got nothing to do with who you sleep with. So, as a filmmaker, I could not find any other way of getting the message across to the people than to use the skill that I've got, which is filmmaking. And I feel it's the most powerful tool.